Hello, everybody. Welcome to IMAGI-NATION TV. I am Energy, and I'm very, very excited about today. Today, we are partnered with the school, Vaughan & Bull College, and we have Malachi. Malachi, how you feel about being a co-host today?
I'm excited, ready to roll.
I'm excited too. I am bringing energy into this world, and I am Energy. Hey, Malachi, what do you want to learn today?
I want to learn all about the new artists we got on, some music, and anything anyone has to offer.
Yeah, I like that idea as well. Let's jump straight into the 60-second challenge with Daniel Lee, the assistant principal of Vaughan & Bull College. Daniel, how are you feeling?
Hey, Jack, I'm good, mate.
My name is Energy.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay. Let's get the timer started. Here we go. What is your idea of perfect happiness?
Perfect happiness. Oh, family time, holidays, beach.
What do you most like in puppets?
Their honesty.
What do you most like in people?
I also value honesty in people too.
Which talent would you most like to have?
I'd love to be a better handyman. I'm pretty ordinary at that.
Where would you most like to live?
Oh, I love sunny Warrnambool.
What do you consider your greatest achievement?
Father of 3 kids.
What is your most treasured possession?
My surfboards.
What is your current state of mind?
Peace.
Which living person do you most admire?
My wife's pretty amazing.
And what would you like to see humans do more of?
I'd like to see people give a bit more of their time.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for joining us today, and thank you for partnering with us and being such a good mentor and guide to the students in your school.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Okay, let's keep this show moving. Malachi, how did the boss go? How did your deputy principal go?
He did good. He did well.
What would you score him out of 17?
Out of 17, 16 and a half.
Oh, yes. Why?
He spoke well. Took him a little bit of time to get the questions out, answers out, but he did all right.
Okay, very good. Let's go on to the next 60-second challenge with Richard Fab, who Griffith Film School have partnered with us today to be a part of this episode. Richard, thank you for joining us. Richard?
I'm here. Sorry, I didn't unmute myself. Can you hear me now? I'm really happy to be here.
Oh, we are pumped to have you. Let's get these 60 seconds started.
Good.
What is it that you most dislike?
Nastiness in people.
What is your greatest regret?
I'm not saying what I mean more.
Where would you most like to live?
Berlin or Bristol.
What do you consider your greatest achievement?
I do love my kids. I think my kids are great, but I actually love what I do with the students we work with.
Who are your heroes in real life?
Listen, I think Greta Thunberg's one of the best around at the moment.
Which talent would you most like to have?
I'd love to be able to sing or play tennis.
What quality do you most like in puppets?
A bit of attitude.
Me too. I love our attitude. Now, tell me, which talent would you most like to have beyond the talent that you have right now and the other talent you just said?
Some kind of superpower, I think.
Very good. Thank you for joining us today. You've been fantastic.
You're welcome. It's been great being here.
Thank you. I am Energy. Now, we have one more of these to go. Sammy from background, are you there?
Hello, Energy, I'm here.
What is your motto?
Ooh, hold things tightly but lightly.
What is freedom to you?
Freedom is being able to say what I think and love the people I want to love.
If you were to die and come back as a person or thing, what would it be?
As a person or thing, probably a tree.
What is the bravest goal you've ever set for yourself?
Ooh, that's a tricky question. I don't know that I've said it yet.
Which historical figures do you most identify with?
Probably people who really lay down their life for what they believed in.
What are your favorite names?
Energy.
That is my name. What is it that you most dislike?
Lying.
What is your most marked characteristic?
Ooh, I use my hands a lot when I talk.
I love hands too. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for background being such a good partner on the show as we get out and we mentor kids all around the world with imagination. I love it. I love it. I love background. I love you guys. Thank you.
Oh, love you too.
Now we are going in to meet a wizard, a far, far away wizard. She has sometimes been a zombie. She has sometimes been from the Zealand of New. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Rose McIvor with us today. Rose, how are you?
Hi, Energy. I'm very intimidated by your wonderful work on screen, actually. I think you're a star yourself.
I kind of feel that way a little bit about you. Sometimes I am quite frightened when I see some of your characters. Now you are going to be a wizard with us today.
I would love that. I'd be very grateful.
Your 180 seconds has begun. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing our wizard for the day, Rose McIvor.
Hello, everybody. I just wanted to quickly give you a couple of tips on making a character. I'm an actor, so I guess I had an idea of sharing with you a bit of an easy way in to becoming a character. So often we look for the differences and we think how different the character we've been asked to play might be. I'll give you an example. Like if I get asked to play an astronaut who's trying to make contact with home, I might think, oh my God, that's so different. I've never been to space. I've never been on a spaceship. How are we so far away from each other? And how am I going to become this person? But I think it's always easier, rather than think of transforming into somebody else, is just find the thing that you already have in yourself that is like that person. So for example, and one might be that she's far away from loved ones, and yeah, I've never been to space, but I went on school camp and I know how it felt to not be able to speak to my parents at night when I wanted to. And that sort of sense of loneliness that I had, I'm able to bring into what it might be like to be in space. Or I might be thinking about how she's incredibly brave and what is a way that I too have felt brave. And it doesn't always have to be the things you expect it to be. Like bravery could be how you felt your first day of school. I can think of an example. I got a pair of skate shoes for my birthday and I was so excited. And my mum wrote my name in a Sharpie, like a Vivid, on the outside of my shoes. And I was like, oh man, there's all my kudos. It's gone. I'm not cool anymore. My name is so that they didn't get like lost or anything. But so I still wore my shoes and I wore them with my name on the outside. And I was like, that's not normally my style, but it's something I'm going to do. So it can be in like the weirdest way. It doesn't mean you have to be a superhero, but there's something about like, I felt brave sometime. And this character does too. I also know what it's like to have like a time crunch. As an astronaut who's trying to make contact with home, she might be like, I've got to get hold of these people, or the satellite connection is going to disappear. And no, I've never had that, but I've had how it's felt to almost miss the train and be late to school. And so again, it's like everything in life, I think that we're less overwhelmed when we look for the things that connect us more than the things that set us apart. And I guess like for any auditions that you guys might have for school productions or movies or something you're making with your friends on YouTube, I really recommend thinking, instead of like, how can I turn into this other character? How can I find that character that already exists within me? And maybe that's a little bit of a way in that hopefully you guys can play with going forward. I know I've got a little bit of time left, but you know what, guys, it's also important as an actor to know when to wrap it up, don't milk it.
Rose, thank you for joining us. I think Malachi has got a question for you.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm going to jump off mute, Malachi.
Sorry about that. What made you want to be an actor / storyteller?
I think I really love the fact that I get to live a whole lot of different lives in one, and try to understand other ways of thinking. So it's kind of just being greedy, really. I get to have all these different experiences.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you, Malachi.
Rose, thank you for joining us today. Thanks for telling stories and taking us into places of imagination to wander into new worlds and think about what we can create when we land back in these worlds. So thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Jack.
Pleasure. So you're watching Imagination TV today, and we're working on bringing a mentor into the home every single day all around the world. And if you want to support the program, you can head to aimmentoring.com. You can grab an Imagination hoodie. And we're about to move into a project which I'm really excited about, which we launched this week, called Imagine the Feature Film. So we're just going to play a quick video and tell you a little bit more about what we're up to.
Most of us love the story of the child who is sidelined by life because of the situation they were born into or the color of their skin, and then one day becomes a champion or a success or a hero. This is the kind of story we hope will inspire marginalized kids to dream big and make their dream come true. But what if we did it differently?
How are we gonna do that?
Flipping the script is about not letting the hand you've been dealt stop you from achieving your goals.
Imagine realizing that you can actually flip the script that's been given to you and start writing your own story.
We have to challenge the norm.
So what if we ask the kids we don't usually hear from, the ones who are sidelined by life, to be our storytellers?
The project Imagine gives us all the power to flip the script.
We invite all of you, all humans everywhere, to join us in a live experiment.
The time for talk been over. It's time for some action.
And there is genuinely no limit to what you can achieve.
There is no limit to any imaginative juices.
Use that kind of like just around the corner idea, so you can bring in technology and ideas or social constructs that don't exist and bring them into this world.
Let's write the next chapter of human history collectively.
Imagine the wealth of stories and ideas just waiting to come into the world. Imagine the new horizons, if we flip the script. Welcome to the Imagine Film Project.
Okay, we're about to get into the final segment of this week's theme of flipping the script, as we think about what role we play in the script that's written for us in life. And often there's stories told that you're destined to be a certain way, that you're destined to look a certain way, that you're destined to be a certain gender. And until we realize that we have the capacity to pick up a pencil or pick up a pen and start writing our own story, then we can't break free of the shackles of this existing story arc that we play into. And often that's a challenge with a lot of the kids that we're working with, is they've been told time and time again that they're at the bottom of the food chain, that they're destined to be disadvantaged, that they might be good athletes, but man, stay away from school because you're not built for school. And working out how we break that paradigm, rewrite that story, and then start to reauthor the way that world works is part of the work that we do day in, day out. Stoked today to be kicking it with Benjamin Law joining us. We've got Michelle Law here as well. We've got Ritza Bloom, and we've got Wayne Blare on our panel to work through this challenge around writing. So Benjamin, tell me a little bit about your story and what brought you into the world of imagination and writing and creation.
Yeah, so I was always a really big reader as a kid, and as a teenager, I was always obsessed with magazines because I grew up in this like pre-internet world. And how I got into it was I wrote like a letter to the editor at Rolling Stone once as a teenager, and they selected it as letter of the month. and they sent me a stereo for the prize, and I was like, wow, writing is so well paid. But nowadays I write in journalism, I write TV shows, I write plays, and I'm always interested in the stories that I don't usually see on screen or anywhere else. Those are the stories I'm interested in as a reader and as a watcher of television, as a watcher of plays. They're also the stories that I'm really keen on writing.
Now, surely there's only a come down after you've gone Rolling Stone, letter to the editor, and stereo as your three-peat to get going. Ritza, tell us a little bit about your story and what brought you into the world of creation and what imagination means for you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me. So I'm from Florida. I'm American, but my parents are immigrants. So for me, I grew up with multiple stories and multiple cultures just kind of fighting for a place in my home. And so I always wanted to find a way to channel that and channel all the observations I was making about my parents' Caribbean culture and American culture, and find a way to process all the things that I was seeing. And I found that writing and storytelling really gave me a way to channel all of my background and my perspective into ways to make empathy with other people and find connections. So after graduating college, I moved to LA, and now I'm a screenwriter, which is fun.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us today, be part of this. And Michelle, tell us a little bit about what the word imagination means to you.
Oh gosh, I think the word imagination for me means there's just a world of possibility. And there's a quote that I like to keep on top of my desk by Yeats, and it's there is another world, but it is in this one. And that's really sort of the ethos that I base my work around, because it's imagining a world that isn't the status quo, and imagining a world that you've created and will potentially be a world that actually exists, where there is less inequality and there is a place for marginalized youth and marginalized people and community groups. So for me, it's about having the freedom as a creator with an imagination to create better worlds.
Yeah, I feel like the role of artists throughout human history has been to do that for us, to step 5 steps ahead when, sometimes the people involved in maintaining the status quo today, whether it's in government or in leadership roles, they're kind of working off the script of yesterday. And the role of our artists and creators and imagineers sort of head off into the world for us. And it's dangerous sometimes heading out there. Wayne, thanks for coming back on the show with us. Stoked to have you here. And, you've told stories for a long time. And, I've been lucky to see you on stage, to see what the work you've been doing, as many people have who are watching the show. Does a story matter?
Yeah, totally. It for me, it matters. From my perspective, it definitely matters. The genesis or the start of that story and the unique quality it has. But that shared aspect, that story can be my story, Wayne Blare's story from Queensland, Australia, and then that it can be a touchstone for many other young fellows or old fellows around the world, no matter where you come from, that they can relate to it. That they don't have to be this young Aboriginal, or not this young Aboriginal boy anymore, but this little bit old Aboriginal fella from Queensland. They can be anyone they want to be, but they can relate to my story and my heart.
Let's have some fun, you guys. Let's go into a live writer's room with an audience watching on a script which has been co-written by about 50 to 100 people so far, from high school kids through to professional writers and creators and actors. So the story we've got so far, as much as I can make sense of it, is we've got a youngster. So we've got a 15-year-old kid who is wrestling with being either the hero or the anti-hero. So there's a wrestle as to whether this kid has been bullied or is actually the bully. The world we've got is there's a room which is really messy, and that's this kid's room. Like mess beyond mess. So we've just got stuff everywhere. You can hardly even get in. The kid gets into the bed, and then a claw comes up just as the kid's about to go to sleep and pulls that kid underneath the bed, and that transports this kid into a new universe, which is sitting on a boat in an empty ocean. And the ocean has islands off into the horizon, and the islands are the journey potentially for our character to go and explore past, present, future, and some of those tensions. And part of what's been put forward, especially by some of the kids, was that the bully is meeting people that the bully has bullied today in their future and then into the current present. We had a couple of people jumped in as we were doing the show and said they wanted a sidekick. So we have an alien dog that has been put forward as a sidekick. And the alien dog was drawn by Jared Weiss. So you might be able to see it on the screen now as we're bringing up some of the stuff. So Jared sketched our alien dog, and we've got a few names and characters. So the alien dog's name is potentially Jeff. We don't necessarily have a name yet for our 15-year-old character, and we're looking at some of the other people that might evolve. So that's where we're at. We're going to play for 10 minutes, build on that. Let's take a story for a walk.
The first thing that strikes me is that, the choice of whether this teenager needs to be a bully or a victim of bullying, they don't necessarily cancel each other out, right? Like, we all know, we've probably all been in a situation where we've been bullied, and we've probably been in a situation where we simultaneously can bully other people. And actually, that's kind of a cycle of bullying. So that's one of the things that strikes out at me. We can lean into that complication and contradiction because that's what a lot of us have actually experienced. That's how bullying works.
Absolutely agree with that. And that becomes your homework for the writing challenge. So you get to work on our characters' backstory and work on that complication. So thanks for putting your hand up for that. All right, Ritza, Michelle, Wayne, what are we thinking? What are we building around this?
I'm always interested in hearing about what a character has to learn or how they grow in a journey. And so to Benjamin's point, it could be interesting if our character feels like, and maybe is a victim of bullying, and through going through the islands, they realize the ways in which maybe they bullied other people without even noticing. And so there's like a character growth in that sense of thinking, maybe what was me? And then eventually like, oh, wait, I've done this too to other people. And now I can learn how to be a better person and make changes in a small way.
I love that idea. And because we're really going to make some imaginary jumps in this moment, Ritza, you get to draft for us Act 2, Scene 1 and work out how that's going to fit in. And we haven't actually got Act 1, Scene 5 through to Scene 12 hasn't been written yet. So let's just land something and then we'll see how we build a bridge to it.
Gotcha.
Michelle, what's your offering? Where are we? What are we doing?
I'm interested in exploring what all the different islands might be. I mean, I think when you're young, you sort of flick forward in your mind quite idealistically to what your future will be like as an adult, whatever that means. So what those milestones or what those life experiences might look like in the shape of islands, what they physically manifest as. I think that's going to be a really fun experience. And like what sort of creatures and exist on those islands. That's something I'm quite drawn to because I'm quite a visual person.
Yeah, beautiful. Why don't you have a play Act 1, Scene 1 with the opening montage as we're landing there, and what do our islands look like? What might we be able to see, and we'll do some building around that. Mr. Blair, what do you reckon?
Yeah, look, I go straight to references sometimes when I'm trying to work out stories, and of course, Flatliners, the Julia Roberts 80s film comes up, when they have to go back to back into their childhoods or what they did wrong. And of course, Scrooged, that old chestnut, Scrooged, where, you go to the Christmas past, because I, just like our team today, I love the fact that this bully is being bullied as well. I really do enjoy that as a story point. And I think sorry?
Yeah, what about if we play with that as our second scene? Maybe we're going back to a Christmas and it's a Scrooge-style experience and you can have a play around Act 1, Scene 2 and just jot any notes or ideas or offerings down there.
Yeah, no, I think that's great, because what I want to see with those islands is maybe there's a chance or somewhere to see is when he's seen a person that maybe has bullied him, but also see their journey and the layered journey that bully has, where it all starts from, perhaps not in a sentimental way, but in a subtle way that this person is being pointed the finger at. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, we have our 15-minute writing challenge and we've got some live music here to bring the juice for you guys, and we'll come back at the end and we'll see where the stories have gone. So enjoy the high-pressured writing challenge opportunity. And the good thing, one of the things we teach the kids at AIM as we do our mentoring work around the world and set up our imagination factories is we have a module called Failure Time. And the learning process is about failure. And you would all know as writers, we're always redrafting. So I appreciate you being brave and drafting and offering some thoughts for us as we move through this session. So let's jump into catching up with one of our musicians. And Wayne, did you want to jump back in?
No. What do you want us? I want to write that scene now. Is that correct?
Yeah, we'll jump onto that Google Doc and grab the spot, and then chuck some words down, and then we'll swing back to you over the course of the next 15 minutes and see how you're going. We'll have a couple of musos jump in and perform for us, which will be brilliant. All right, Malachi, how are we going? You keeping up?
Yeah, doing good so far. I'm really enjoying listening to everybody's thoughts, and I don't think I've ever been in a call with this many deep thinkers. So yeah, it's really cool.
There's a few moving pieces. Hey, I'd love to know if you one body of work for homework for you is to think about as we're moving through the music, maybe what could be another character that comes into this film. So over the course of the next sort of 15 minutes, have a think about who's another character that our 15-year-old might meet out in the ocean with the 15-year-old sidekick of this alien dog.
Gotcha.
Cool as. All right, on the chat line, good to see so much energy coming through. We've got S. Fagan saying Samio fan club. We've got Vanessa saying her favourite characteristic, what you likes in puppets is a favourite question. Dan Single saying, Wayne, brother, we'd be hearing the same hoodie, same cut, wearing the same hoodie, same colour, different state right now. Nadia, stellar guest lineup. Panima Mahesh, that feels reminiscent of Memory Islands in Inside Out. Love that movie. Yeah, I love that movie as well. All right, cool as. We have Patrick here with us from Mau Power. Patrick, how are you? Great to have you joining us today on Imagination TV. We'll just flick you off mute. Sorry about that. Hold with us for a moment. Here we go. We got you.
Hey, guys. Thank you very much for having me on the program.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you for making beautiful music, and for all of you for bringing that joy and that hope into our hearts. So it's a pleasure to have Mau Power with us today on Imagination TV. Over to you guys.
Awesome. Thank you. This is a song about freedom. Hey, past, I can still feel your heartbeat. Drums echoes the pulse of these harsh streets. Turn the radios up for a king's speech. Dictions of ambition must believe. Hey, future, keep a solid vision on me. Native lingo, history is skin deep. My only sin was the color of my skin, so I'm a sin to pride, emancipate mental slavery. And they said we would fail in time. Showed them up, we stood the test of time. Time, claim it on time. We gained it on time, so never blame it on time. Put soul in this image. This is music for the free spirit. Inspiration for those who really need it. Not those who listen, but those who really feel it. Yeah.
Said I remember when we used to say, in the government chat in Tamway Town.
TSI, baby.
Over observing hypocrites, mingling with the good people in me.
Yeah.
Good friends we find, friends we've lost along the way. This great future can't forget your past. So dry your tears, I say.
Sing along if you know. Yes.
Everything's gonna be alright. 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 Everything's gonna be alright.
Take them back to the islands. Oh, we're doing a medley mix for you guys. I'm gonna take you back to the Torres Strait Islands, yeah? Diaz and a guess, one of your sons done did it. North Star Island warrior, live in spirit, still with it. I had to cut this track to bring it back. Put the Durry and the star banner on the map. Plant my flag, blue, green, white to black. The 5 regions connected me to that. In fact, this was for all my islanders across the nation. We like that guy, we connect to culture like constellations. The vibration, steady, you're rapping. I can hear the island drums keep calling me back. But I move like the ocean, wherever I roam. My power brought this back home. They say the home is where the heart is, well let it be known. I left my heart back there where the Malu people roam. So I'ma do this from my heart on my place and let them blaze my serenade.
Mayano,
yes.
Mayano,
yes.
Mayano, is waiting for me. Mayano,
everything's gonna be alright.
Mayano,
everything's gonna be
Mayano,
everything's gonna be
is
alright.
waiting for me.
Everything's gonna be
Mayano,
everything's gonna be
Mayano,
Mayano,
is waiting for me. Mayano,
take it back to the island.
Mayano, he's waiting for me.
Thank you very much. This is Mount Power at Night Shift.
Cool as. That was the coolest. That was the best dance I've had in solitude for a long time.
I saw you vibing there, man. Thanks for vibing.
Thank you so much. Lots of love coming in from the chat line as well. Benita saying, such a great Chuck Mao. Tom saying, another Magic Friday on INTV. Harren saying, hey, Bella Dimps, Danny and Uncle Pat, so awesome to see my family on here. Much love. So lots of love coming through. Thank you guys for bringing so much love to us.
Blessed. Thank you.
All righty. We're going to go to the student audience. So we've got a live audience today with us. We've got Treffy. How are you going? You want to chuck yourself off mute?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks for joining us. What year in school are you at the moment?
I'm in year 9.
Year 9. How's that going?
It's different this year because of everything happening, but so far it's been pretty good.
Yeah, nice. What subject have you got either side of doing this show today?
I have cooking and I think I have journalism.
Journalism. That's a good subject. I like that one.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for joining us today. Janaea, how are you going?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
What have you picked up? Have you learned anything so far today?
Probably more about imagination.
Yeah.
And like how that's like not just one thing, it's very versatile.
Yeah. It's almost like a muscle, I reckon. Like you can kind of train it and keep trying and put different things into it. So it's cool to have you guys. Thanks for joining us today. We also have Jada, and we have Jarton and Harmony and Tanisha in the live student audience with us today as well. And Malachi's had to go back to class, so he's just left me stranded. So I'm going to have to just go through this thing solo as we move through to the end. So Malachi, thanks for joining us and co-hosting, and a very smooth exit. It was just like, I got to go, cuz. See ya. Alrighty. We're going to go and catch up with Bridget Allan. Bridget, how are you? Thanks so much for joining us on Imagination TV.
Hey, I'm good, thanks. I'm super excited to perform.
Hey, what does imagination mean to you?
Yeah, I really loved what you said about it being a muscle, and I truly believe that like there's no one that isn't creative. Like I think some adults as they get older, they lose confidence in themselves, but yeah, I just think it's for everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, completely agree. Well, the stage is yours, Bridget Allan. Thank you for joining us on Imagination TV.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I'm such a huge fan of all of AIM's work. All right, so this is Have You Ever Been to Electric Ladyland by Jimi Hendrix. All right. Have you ever been? Have you ever been to Electric Ladyland? The magic carpet waits for you, so don't you be late. I wanna show you different emotions. I wanna run through sound and emotions. Oh, well, electric woman waits for you and me. So it's time we take a ride. Cast our hang-ups over the seaside, and while we climb right over the love-filled seas, look up ahead, see the love land. Do you understand? Make love, make love, make love. Oh, baby, have you to electric ladyland. The magic carpet waits for you, so don't you be late. I wanna show you angels gonna spread their wings. I wanna show you good and evil laying side by side while electric love penetrates the sky. And I wanna show you love. Oh, 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 well, electric woman waits for you and me. So it's time we take a ride and cast our hang-ups over the seaside, and while we climb right over the love-filled sea, look up ahead, see the lovely land. Do you understand? Oh, 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 oh. Make love, make love, make love, oh, baby. Have you ever been? Have you ever been? Thank you.
Oh, Bridget, awesome. Awesome. Collective round of applause behind the scenes here. Lots of love from the chat line. Hannah James saying, what a choice of song with a love heart. Kat saying, thanks. There's so many talented people out there. Thanks for sharing this with us, Bridget. Your voice is just wow. Gemma said, wow, what a voice. So lots of wows coming through. Thanks for giving your soul and energy to us and giving that gift to lift us all up. It's really beautiful and really special. Thanks a lot.
Thanks for listening.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. And Jared, great to see you there today. Jared Weiss saying strong voice as well. And Jared, you did a really great job designing an alien dog. So I love what you've done and what you've drawn in the script. It looks fantastic. Call out for any of our visual artists and illustrators out there. And everybody is an artist and illustrator. Let's see some storyboard images as we start to build out this film. We've got 3 more weeks as we write the film Imagine to bring it to life. And for those of you that love picking up a camera and creating, we currently have 500 film scholarships available for you to be an official creator on the film Imagine. So if you head to aimmentoring.com, you can score yourself one of these Imagine hoodies, and then you get the chance to be assigned a section of the film that you'll be able to create, and we'll bring together this collage and montage of different creators who have used their imagination to shape a story to inspire us all. So that's all live at the moment. Let's see some beautiful storyboards and images come to life as we start to build on these words. Going to catch up with our writers soon. And Treffy, because we've had Malachi just leave me, do you want to co-host the back end of the show with me?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. Well, I might get you to join me after this next video, and we'll catch up with our writers and ask them a couple of questions. So have a think of a couple of questions you might want to know from our panel as we swing back.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, well, we're lucky to catch up with a good AIM friend a few years ago who came into our offices of our Imagination Factory where we hang out and where we work when the physical world is allowed to be functioning. And it's Sampa the Great, and Sampa's recorded a song for us today that we can listen to. So we're going to go back in time a few years into the vault and listen to Sampa's wonderful soul as she shares a song and story with us to round out our performances for today.
That's okay. It's okay. Probably extra.
I want this song to inspire people so that they know that their dreams are valid. It was basically a song about loving that the dreams are coming true, and I never thought that they would come true. Letting everyone know that their voice matters. I used to preach that all the time, but no, it's just a thing to say, until I actually started treating my thoughts and opinions as things that are valid in this world. So I think that would change the world if everyone knew that their opinions are valid.
Like this magic love will last.
Yes. 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 Oh yeah. Yeah, we said we dreamers, started from a little age. Then we gave up on our dream and landed on a little stage. Seen us and they heard it, then they gave a little praise. Seen us and they heard it, and you know they gave a little praise. Trip some days, you see us going through the worst. Some days, you see us giving up, we hurt. Some days, when they make it back, color, book a first class trip back to the motherland. But we loving what we doing. If we kept it on 100, we'd die for what we doing. If we kept it on 100, we loving what we doing. If we kept it on 100, yo, we'd die for what we doing. If we kept it on 100. Oh yes, and friends that we thought would be here, oh left, and even when we thought it's our year. I guess colors soon change when you make this magic last forever. First love. Yo, I hear church bells ringing and we singing all our favorite songs. We live it to the fullest till our day is gone. This what we live for, this is our love. This our first love, make it last for. Church bells ringing and we singing all our favorite songs. We live it to the fullest till our day is gone. This what we live for, this is our love. This is our love, make this last for. Started from a little age, then we gave up on our dream and landed on a little. Seen us and they heard it, you know they gave a little praise. Seen us and they. I said we dreamers and we are believers. I said we dreamers and we are believers. I said we. Yeah. Make it. Magic. Thank you. We're supposed to wait like a good 10 seconds like that?
Thanks to Sampa for joining us and being a part of this experience. What a beautiful soul she has. I'm just bopping around and having so much fun and happiness in my heart. All right, let's go back to our writers and see how our assignments have gone. Benjamin, how is that? Tell us what you wrote. Give us a sense of the story.
Yeah, so I was really digging into our main character, who was nameless and genderless when we started off. So I've just landed on a name, Kim, which can be both male, female, or neither. And so Kim, we already had Kim was getting bullied by someone named George. That name was already in the notes. And George could be teasing Kim about anything, like weight, appearance, his or her parents' job, the way Kim talks, could be anything. We also had a detail that Kim really likes cake. So I thought that Kim probably finds comfort in cake after a long, hard day at school getting bullied, because we all want something uncomplicated and lovely at the end of the day, right? Cake. Monday, carrot cake, Tuesday, chocolate cake, all that stuff. And that led me to think that Kim probably lives on top of a bakery because her or his parents are bakers. But eating a lot of cake, we know that Kim has a lot of rubbish in their room. So I was thinking, well, a lot of that rubbish probably comes from the cake. And after you've spent a day getting bullied, you don't have that much energy to clean up that sort of cake, that cake mess, which rubs his parents the wrong way, who always tells Kim to clean up their room, because when you can't see the floor, who knows what's lurking underneath the mess?
There we go.
Boom, boom, boom. That's where I left it.
Bruh, awesome. So cool. Really, really fun journeying. And yeah, love the way that you've opened little doors and wandered through them and left them sort of ajar to keep cruising through.
It's
really
a relay,
cool.
right? Let's pass the baton to someone else.
Absolutely. Fantastic work. Ritza, how did you go? Where did you land?
So seeing as I was Act 2, Scene 1, and there's not many things happening beforehand, I wanted to do something that spoke to an adventure, but also left things open-ended on both ends. So I had it that our protagonist is on their journey with the alien dog, obviously, and they're both in the place where they're grappling what just happened to them. Like, why are they both here? Why are they both on this journey? What's happening? And I envisioned that maybe they just arrived at the first island, and the alien dog maybe shares that they are the runt of the litter, and that all the other big dogs had been piling up on them, and just when they were like had enough, the same claw had taken them from their alien place and has dropped them off here.
Cool as. Double claw.
Double claws. And so our protagonist is, while our alien dog is, happy to be in this new place away from the dogs, our protagonist is starting to feel a little sad and missing home. And right when they have this conversation, I think like a huge thing of lightning strikes on the other side of the island, and it erupts into flames. And they're like, oh my goodness, we have to help. And the alien dog goes to get water to put the fire out, and our protagonist hears howling laughter coming from the flames. What is it? I don't know. And that's where we leave it.
Oh, laughter from the flames, howling laughter. Treffy, what do you think? How have they gone so far?
That sounds amazing. I love that, all the ideas and stuff that they put into this.
Have you got any questions for Benjamin or for Ritza?
Where did you always do that? Where they
Just lost you for a little bit with the internet. Let's try again. Well, come on, internet, be a friendly internet.
where did you get all your ideas from?
That's a really good question, Treffy. For me, with that exercise, it was a lot about the clues that were already left there. Like if this character really loves eating cake, why do they like eating cake? Where does that cake come from? And also about digging into real experiences as well, because even though we're making people up, by the time we get to a certain age, we've lived life, we've seen some stuff, right? And it's about digging into that personal experience that we can translate and invest in a character who isn't necessarily us, but we want them to be a real three-dimensional complex human being. And we know what that's like.
Yeah, for me, going off of what you just said, which is so eloquent, by the way, I just like to play and see what's the craziest thing that could happen. I think this is what's so great about the foundation of the story, is that it leads to a huge realm of possibility. So as I was typing, I was like, oh, what would be something that would grab my attention all of a sudden? And I thought, like, I don't know, if lightning struck and blew something up. And then as I was writing about that, I was thinking, oh, okay, if I went into a fire and someone was there, they would be, I originally wrote that they would be screaming. And I was like, but it's more intriguing if that person's laughing. So why don't we just go there? And so sometimes you just kind of let yourself play. And I think it's important to embrace that there are not necessarily any wrong answers. Everything can be folded in and every idea has value.
Thanks. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's totally cool. I love the so R.L. Stein has got that down to a repeatable art, the idea of that cliffhanger, and then something's going to happen, and then you're like, nothing really happened, and then something's going to happen, and then nothing really happened. Michelle, how did you go? Where did you get it to?
So I was looking at the islands that the protagonist sees when they first enter this new world. So I came up with 6 islands, and I was thinking of, life experience and what this character might go through. So the first island is comprised entirely of stone with a little tiny plant at the center struggling to sprout. So think like Bowser's castle in Super Mario. So this island represents the protagonist learning to embrace their emotions. So often we're told to repress our real feelings, but true strength is about allowing yourself to be vulnerable and real. The second island is a sandy island that's totally packed. There's not a square inch of free space. There's all these identical frantic creatures bustling about. So think of like the Meeseeks in Rick and Morty. So this island really represents your adolescence and mental health and the millions of thoughts that are struggling to reach the forefront of your mind and
that's cool.
jostling around for space. Island 3 is a lush, leafy jungle island, and it's dotted with tables covered in delicious feasts from every corner of the world. And this island's about romantic love and coming to terms with your sexuality. And it's a really fun, unashamed, proud, accepting island. And it's got tapir and capybara waiters, and they're wearing little furry vests. This is very specific. Island 4 is an island comprised of twisty, turny water slides. So this is like the coolest water park in the world. And this represents the character's education journey. So education and self-education doesn't just start and stop at school or uni or TAFE or workshops or what have you, because humans are eternal students who never stop learning. Island 5. It's a messy room that looks suspiciously like the protagonist's room, except grown up. And this island contains everything the protagonist has ever loved and wished for in their life. So it's got their family, their future family and their kids, their pets, past and present and future, and their passions, whether that's like instruments or notepads for writing or ingredients for cooking. So this is representative of their me time and their me space and the journey to learning to love themselves first before they can love other people. And the final island is a sleepover island, and it's decked out with pizza, sleeping bags, candles, scary storytellers, ice cream, and candy. And every friend the protagonist has ever made in their life will be on this island, and they're able to return to this island anytime they like to have D&Ms with these people and learn from them, because friendship's about give and take. So that's where I got to. I got very into the island specificity.
It's amazing. It's amazing to be able to move into all these places. Treffy, which island would you choose, do you think, if you had to go to one first?
I don't know. They sound all amazing. So I would go to the one with the bedroom to see what it would look like, what future passions would be about, and what they would like to do when they're older and stuff.
It's such a cool idea, this idea of adolescence and having millions of thoughts at any moment moving through your head. And I don't know if I'm still in adolescence, but I feel like that keeps going for a while.
We always are.
How did you go, Wayne? Thanks so much, Michelle. It was cool as. Where did you land?
Unmute, Wayne. Yeah, just Act 1, Scene 2. I just wrote this, just riffing a riff. Our young man, Tim, that's his name, late at night, sleeps, rustles around, lying on bed with his old school Cypress Hill t-shirt on. Under his bed, he rustles around more, finds packet of chips, burger rings, baby. Opens packet of burger rings, start eating individual burger rings, one at a time, late at night, not real hungry, but as a young fella, he has the power to dismantle everything as he does with said burger rings. Starts throwing above his head, catch him in mouth, whole, one chip at a time. Throw, wait, crunch. Throw, wait, crunch. About to throw next chip, here's another crunch, not his. What was that? Did I hear something? Looks around room, nothing. No, this noise. Goes to throw again, it's one individual burger ring. Burger ring misses, mouth falls floor. As he goes to pick it up, he hears a bigger crunch from something that is not him. And this might be cake. I don't know how you do it with cake because I didn't realise he had cake. He looks around his room again, the dark corner of his room. He sees what looks like another young person. It's a young girl with her own packet of burger rings. I don't know where I'm going with burger rings. She does not look like a friend. She eats the burger rings one at a time. She takes a step closer to our young boy on the bed, does not move. She takes another step. And this girl has some dialogue, like she says softly at the last minute, she just says, "You don't know me." And then bang, that claw comes from the bed and then we're away.
I love that so much. And I reckon I've got an offer for you to build on it. Burger rings is so cool. It's so fascinating, isn't it, when you get really detailed into some little element of a story that it sort of hooks us right in. And I reckon that Tim could be Kim's dad. So we might be going back in time and Tim got pulled under, and the little girl that says, "You don't know me yet," is Kim, his daughter. And then he suddenly gets pulled under, and then that's the cycle of history repeating itself, and we get a flashback to Tim being Kim's dad. That's my offer to build and round it out.
Yeah, that's that. I'd take that offer, and I would explore that offer with excitement and exploration, positivity.
Well, that's the foundation of good creation, isn't it, Wayne? Putting those things together. Hey, thank you all for joining us. Treffy, have you got anything you want to know from Wayne?
No, but I wonder what happens to that little girl that's there. I wonder what happens, you know?
Well,
Yeah,
I reckon you can jump on that, Doc, and you can tell us.
Yeah.
So take that wondering and put it into words, and let's write together and see how we create it, and pick up the pen and write a little bit. It would be great.
Yeah.
We'd love to see your thoughts and wonderings in there.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks everybody. That's a wrap up. This has been a gnarly experience. I'm inspired and a little bit exhausted, a little bit delusional, and then really pumped, and then filled with imagination. And there's so much information and incredible minds that can come together and do things in short spaces of time. So Benjamin, Ritza, Michelle, and Wayne, thanks so much for joining us on Imagination TV today. That's a wrap up, gang. Special thanks shout out to our partners at Griffith Film School for being a part of this and sharing this with the film students, and the opportunity for them to be creators with this, to Background for helping be a special partner on this show and helping with Imagination TV as we roll through, to Daniel Lee and to Warrnambool College, to Malachi for co-hosting, and then to Treffy for jumping in and co-hosting. And geez, we got some love from the chat line for you, Treffy. We got "You're great at this" from Brendan Newton. Great question, Treffy. Where do ideas come from? And then some other comments coming through. Hannah James saying, reminds me of what dreams may come, but not in a scary underworld. And Steph Beck saying, set me up on Island 6, please. Everybody, thank you for being a part of this experience, for flipping the script with us this week. And we'll catch you next week on Monday as we move into another week of Imagination TV. Have a great weekend. Look after yourselves, and let's keep imagining.